Alright, so now with the part of the video that I said before that is going to be post-commentary. I believe I said before, I could be wrong. This is going to be post-commentary. This is the race of two worlds in 1958. I'm dumb. It's 1957. I don't know why we're a year ahead in my mind, but we're in 57. So we got as close as we could get to all the cars. We start last in this first one. 15 laps. This one was the only one that went great. Every other race that we did was horrible, and the last heat that we did was absolutely terrible. The second heat, we ended the race because we were in the back in the old days. You would save your car, especially if it was your own car, so then you can do the next event or something like that, and you can fix the car while you are not destroyed. But this first race, it goes really well. I don't win, but we get very close to winning. Not very close as in the margin of victory, but just position-wise got very close to winning. There are 16 cars. There we go, past the Jaguar. You got Jimmy Bryan in front of us, and you got Sanderson in front of him, who is another Jaguar. I actually won one of the heats that I got wrecked out of. So I did this because we originally did do this in the video I deleted, but now since I'm now doing a different version of that, and this is more planned out, and I feel better about this. We're doing this again. We're currently 4th and 6th, or we're currently 4th on lap 6 is what I meant to say. We got 10 to go. Because it's 15 laps, 15 laps, 15 laps, because that's 30%, I think it was 66 or something like that, I can't remember. 63, I can't remember how many laps we would have actually ran. We're doing really well. It takes us a second to get to Ibarra right here, but eventually getting stuck up behind John Lawrence, a lap car. We get to him, and we eventually do pass, and we also eventually pass Johnny Parsons, which Parsons, I believe, takes the lead. So he actually wins. He takes the lead from whoever was first and just runs away with it. Whatever happened to second and third once Parson takes the lead, I don't know what happened, but it just kind of looked like it just got very checked up out of nowhere. So as we catch Barra there, and we move on to where Johnny Parson takes the lead, and we get around for second after they get caught up behind a couple of lap cars. And they're still behind Crawford, O'Connor, and whoever that other guy was. I get by these guys, hit the wall a little bit, it's fine. Coming to the last lap. 12 seconds still from Parsons. Not gonna win, as I said already, but it still was the best one out of the bunch. And of course, don't worry about the background. As we get down the back straight away. And then we will finish race heat number 1 in second. And then all hell goes loose, and the downfall appears in the race of two worlds. So here's the second race. We start from further in the back since we pretty much invert the field. So we would start second. Somebody's already wrecked on the start there. That's just great. And we're already fourth. See, we it looks like a good start, but eventually when you realize it, yeah. You see that we get absolutely screwed. By myself this time. And after this is a VR issue. So as we go by, we're up to second on the first lap. Come by. I think this is the lead now. I believe. Yep, that's the lead of Sanderson, which wins this one. As I said before, he did win or won. And this is the one because of what's eventually incoming. So the first two laps, first 3, 4 laps seem pretty like regular. Also, you have noticed that we've been using the VR because it's just, I don't know, it's more immersive, and it's also kind of cool that I'm able to do these races like this. And yes, I do take breaks after every race. If anything, I take a day break. This time I took like a 10-minute break after each heat. And that's what gave me the time to, you know, invert the field like the way that they would. So we come up to lap 7 in this heat, and it's coming to the front stretch that we have the problem. Back straightaway, we had really no problems ever. It's right here, I believe. We're gonna go down to turn number 1. We see a car wrecked on the track there, and we're just gonna slide too much. Oh no, it's the next lap. It's lap 9. Oh, interesting. I thought it was right there. I guess I clicked this wrong, but you know, it's fine. So we see more cars wrecked on lap 8. As you're, honestly, if the silence can show you, kind of just immerse you in the race here. But this is what happened. We go 3 wide, and we almost die right there. And then here we come. This is where we get the eventual wreck. As we change clips, we're on lap 11, lap 12 now. This is where it happens. I completely forgot, but we're leading really, really low. We're almost lapping the field, and then we just tap the wall. It just sends us sideways. We try to save it, but then we go all the way around eventually. Yeah, because of the infield for some reason. Then we got hit, and then we try to keep it going, acting like we're decently fine. And I just reverse it, trying to spin it around, but this car has so little torque, it's kind of hard to, you know, spin her back around. So then we get slammed by a guy. I didn't even know he was coming, and he just randomly hit us. And the first guy that we got hit by is right there. We get stuck. End of race, finished last, I think it was, maybe second last. And, oh no, we're like 5th to last or something like that. Because then we start around 3rd, or not 3rd, like 5th or 6th. We get to 3rd, we get to 2nd. Bob Veef is out there because he was in clean air, able to, you know, get away pretty quickly. So we're up to second on the first lap. Going to the second lap. Doesn't happen here. What happens is the guy. Yeah, this happened. This happened first, and that makes us lose third and fourth eventually. And then we're racing by ourselves in around like fourth as they get around us. We're in third now. We get back up to second, but then we make another mistake here soon, and that causes us to do this. And that destroys our car, and we're out of the race, and then we move on to Riverside. Okay, welcome to the 1957 USAC Riverside race, which is the last race we would do for the 57 season. Not every single car is correct. Definitely have a lot of cars that are at least driver-wise correct. Just wanted to get a lot of cars in here because I would expect it to be a pretty big race, being the first race at a road course like this, and also being about 2 months out since the last race of that schedule, and also being a short schedule, people needing to be at mostly every race. Unlike in the 60s in NASCAR, where they had the 60 race schedule where they can be gone for a couple of races and be fine, points wise. And as you're going to see here, we're going to be using the Grand Prix layout, since that's what they would race back in the day before they came to Cup the second time. Because the first Cup race they would have used this layout, and then the second race I think they used the they used the club circuit, which would have come through 7 here, and took a abrasive right through there where those cones are, back up to the back straight, and then obviously coming back to the layout that we know and love for Riverside in '63, all the way up until the end of time, where they skipped 7 and went from 6 to straight through 8. And since we don't have an older Riverside to show that layout to you, we're just going to be using this layout, obviously, or an older version of Riverside from like the 60s or 70s, or 60s or 50s, really the 60s. So we gotta use the 1984 actually type car track thing. Oh, okay, that lap I only passed 5 cars. I passed way more, but I guess not. That's a good sign, though. It's a good sign. It means I'm not on the route to absolutely dominating this race, which, even though it seems like a bad thing, it's a better thing, especially when it's in the NR, because NR gives you more of a challenge than Assetto Corsa. Even then, I still screw myself over in those races. Maybe could have raced the Riverside race. I don't know exactly, but if he was a USAC driver, most likely might have, I should have said. Marshall T could lose a spot. I'm catching on these guys. Use grass or dirt. No, it looks like more he's a ARCA driver. Just a Dayton, Ohio thing. Skating a little bit. Skating around. Yeah, I know. Looks like it's Russ Hepler. Yeah, Russ Hepler. About Marshall T. Duhigg, I don't know if he would have been. I think he was an ARCA driver. I don't think that would have worked. And then you got another Johnny Mans. A lot of cars here. Oh, Johnny Mans, if it's the paint scheme, most likely would have actually. I think the A car would have been his ARCA. But if this is a USAC car, most likely would have actually raced this race. Oh yeah, that's a USAC car. Yeah, so he probably would have been in this race actually. Guessing that A car is either a different model of this car that's right behind me, or an ARCA variant. I used the draft right here. Short shift a couple times. Yeah, I'm flat out right now. They're actually pulling away. Left a little bit. Yeah, like they're actually pulling away. I'm pretty far down the pedal. Are they pitting? This guy in front of me seems like he's pitting. Are we deciding to pit? Oh, we are. Okay, let's go, boys. Okay, making sure. 2 cans. I want to make sure we can make it. So, yes. Everything looks good. Yep, everything's saved. So I got everything that I needed. So we be crossing the line. Get 6 to go.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in second. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 4,000 in second.
We got round 1. Okay, round 2 of them. But we're gonna give the 14 some room to work with, so we don't wreck coming out of the pit lane when we try to merge with each other. Get around them. There we go. This could end really good for us, and it could end really bad for us if we did this correctly, which we should, because we have plenty of fuel now, right? Yeah, we have plenty of fuel with 6 to go. Just don't do anything stupid that could ruin our race and potentially win. The first USAC stock car race at Riverside, as in 62, after Cup went there once in 61. 62 they had the doubleheader name, which I actually, you know, I raced it. So I've been, I believe, the second time, because I think in 58 they didn't go. They actually decided to go to Meadowdale. I think that's what that track was called, and some other tracks. There we go. Last lap here at Riverside for the USAC stock car race here in 1957, and also the last race of 1957 for this portion of our before fame, I guess. Before NASCAR, I should say, honestly. It's a better title, actually. Since these are getting uploaded before, I don't know what the titles are actually going to be. Since these videos are going to be they're going to be posted, or not posted, they're going to be recorded out of order, but they're going to be posted at the same time. So, ideas probably transcribed into different things and probably alter our problems. Okay, as long, let's look at the temperatures, everything looks good besides oil pressure. Or oil temp, but as long as that thing doesn't turn, the light doesn't turn red, we should be fine. Even then, if it turned red right now, we pretty much gone, pretty much safe. Don't think we've actually lapped anybody that was not blown up, as we have a chance there, but that up there is too fast for us to even get consideration of lapping somebody that is under power. But nonetheless, we come by to win by, it looks like 12, maybe 13 seconds as we come around the last corner here at Riverside, turn 9. And we are gonna win the USAC Start Car Race at Riverside with one pit stop, and probably realistically to what the race would have been, which would have been a one pit stop race. So that'll be it for this video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the combinations, the diversity of racing so far for 56 and 57. 58 might not, depending on if I decide to do more, might not have as much diversity or content, but 56 didn't really have that either. Oops. Might as well. Anyways, we're just gonna take a short course to get to the pit lane faster.